Everyone, it's your girl Regina coming at you guys with another video. It is June 29th, and 2 days ago, I finished the Olympic Games Readathon. I'm so proud of myself. Alright, so I am going to tell you what I read, and I also want to discuss how this time around was more different than April's readathon. And yeah, alright, so because I put almost all of my books away, and so I'm going to simply put everything, like the book pictures, up on the screen, okay? So, we will start. Excuse me. So as you guys know, I'm going to also link that video up top so you can see what books I've chosen, because there are some differences. So, as you guys may or may not remember, for the month of June, I was doing the Olympic Games readathon. This is Percy Jackson inspired. We were supposed to pick our godly parents and do challenges for them. Mine was Apollo, and here's how everything went. Music to my ears, listening to an audiobook. Aristotle and Dante discover the secrets of the universe by Benjamin O'Meara Sands. I give this book 5 stars. It was such a beautifully written book, and Lin-Manuel Miranda, the creator of Hamilton, was the narrator, and it was an absolute delight. I loved it. Next, I read a book for healing, because, as you know, Apollo is the god of healing as well. And so it was, read a book that will make you happy. Good Morning, Good Night, Little Pep Talks from Me to You by Lin-Manuel Miranda. You guys, I've been referring to this book as sunshine and joy in your pocket ever since I read it. It's so beautiful, it's so lovely, and I read it over a cup of coffee, breakfast. It was brilliant. I loved it. Next, read a book that you predict will be 5 stars, because Apollo is the god of prophecy as well. Now, I want to preface this by saying that the end of May and June were particularly hard months. You know, not only do we have the backdrop of the coronavirus, we've had the killing of George Floyd. It's just, the world is so broken right now. And you guys know that I love historical fiction. It's a genre that I gravitate towards. But I can't. Like, I was having such a difficult time just reading about World War II. Because again, the war was largely because of discrimination against the Jewish population. And then the news media, it's all about, rightly so, George Floyd, all about Black Lives Matter, which they do, by the way. And then it's also Pride Month, Trans Lives Matters, and I'm just so overwhelmed. You know, as a social studies teacher, as someone who's living through all of this, thinking, damn, I'm living through history. Honestly, 9/11 for me was enough. Because it really shaped my worldview, and I consider myself compassionate and empathetic. Yo, like, I hit a wall this month. You know, it's just, not only did Apollo's the God of Healing, and I had to do a book that I would consider 5 stars, I had to take a mental break from so much because the world is in pain. So many minority groups and people around the world are in pain, and I just can't do it. It's hard. You know, I can't be bubbly and happy and joyous. And so, the book that I initially wanted to read was We Were the Lucky Ones by Georgia Hunter. And this is about her family in Poland. And, you know, like how her family was going to the 4 corners of the earth. And I'm only 64 pages in, and so I'm reading the Goodreads reviews, and while this family was lucky in that time of history where so many were not, endless slaughter, it was just, I always enjoyed World War II books. I can't do it this time around, I'm sorry. I just cannot physically read about oppression when this is all I hear in the news. And yes, we should read more about oppression because that's how we learn. And, you know, as a teacher, I know that I'm going to have so many people, so many kids from all different races and backgrounds and socioeconomic differences. Sometimes a girl just needs a break. So as a substitution, I read Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, and it was so cute. It was so, yeah, you know what, there are some things about it where I was just rolling my eyes at. I'm like, really, that was a choice? Like, for example, the main character, she just has so much social anxiety, and and 1 month in, she still didn't know where the food cafeteria was. And so she's like, rather than ask anyone, I'm going to live off of granola bars. To all incoming freshmen who are watching this video, find out day 1 when you move in where the cafeteria is. Trust me, someone will tell you. Promise. You cannot live off of granola bars. Your semester is going to go so crazy, so fast. You're going to be a headless chicken so quickly. Please don't make stupid mistakes. But, you know, just doing little things. It was so beautiful. I loved the relationships with her roommate. Because sometimes you do not have a good roommate. I'm going to be real with you guys. I've had some roommates who were honestly terrible. And then I had some roommates who were really good. And some who I was like, I never want to see you again. But she lucked out in having a decent roommate. And that she has a twin sister. And then her dad and her mom. It was just all beautiful. And it was a book paying an homage. I am so sorry if my lights flashed you. I apologize. Oh my god, a baby picture. Anyways, so it's an homage to people who write fanfiction. As you guys know, fanfiction is usually when a person will read a book or consume any kind of media and say, you know what, I can do it better, or I don't want this person with that person, I want this person with this person. It's all trophy galore, and it is just as valid as a physical book. And honestly, I have read better smut and have read better stuff than Stephanie Meyer or James. Okay, so it's such a good, cute little book. Definitely gave it 5 stars. Next, I have a book that starts with the letter A, which was the Alice Network. I did a review on that as well, which is my mini holes video. I gave this book 3 stars. Again, this was about a female-led spy organization in France, dual timelines. I only cared about one of the characters, the other one was... gave that one 3 stars. Then we have the twin archers. Apollo and Artemis work out for each other. Complete a prompt that honors Artemis. Read a book while the moon is up. So I read Other Words for Home by Jasmine Vega. This is a book written in verse. Beautifully written. I highly recommend that. 5 stars. Advanced Challenges. Archery, a book shorter than 200 pages. The Great Gatsby. This I read on audiobook. Tell you why in a few minutes. Capture the Flag. One of your most anticipated books was Kingdom of Back by Marie Lu. Really good book. Oh, by the way, The Great Gatsby, I'd give it about 3 stars. Kingdom of Back, 5 stars. Climbing Wall, the next book in the series, which was The Ship of the Dead, which is the conclusion to Magnus Chase trilogy, 5 stars. Pegasus Writing, The Starless Sea, which is, a book that was written in the last 5 years. I read The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern, and I gave it 3 stars. The book did not have a plot. Alright, so the reason why I gave... Okay, so I technically read 3 audiobooks, even though I was supposed to pick one. For The Starless Sea, I wanted to do audiobook while reading along with the book. I thought it was going to be flowery writing, like the old-timey authors, and except this was more imagery-based. The reason why I gave it 3 stars was, while I liked the audio cast, they were amazing. They kept me attentive. I did not like it because the book literally had no plot. The entire point of the main character's whole existence was to get to the end of the storyline. The Great Gatsby. Now, for this challenge, I decided to do things a little bit differently. As you guys know, I struggle with classics. So I said, you know what? I'm going to read The Great Gatsby, but it's going to be one of my first 2 books. Now, the way it goes in readathons, you want to get your mandatory challenges done first, and then your advanced challenges. This was my advanced challenge. So I said, you know what? We're going to forget that rule. I'm going to get that book and just get it over with. So I read Jasmine Verga the night before, and then I was also staying up because my friend was going through something. So in the daytime, I read that book on audiobook, and okay, The Great Gatsby is all about the American dream, attaining the attainable. I get it. You know, like, Gatsby wants what he cannot have, which is Daisy, who was a married woman. And because she didn't love him or want to be with him because he didn't have money. So once he got oodles and oodles of money, he's like, hey, let me try again, except she's married at this point. And, he wants to show her, like, look at all of this, and I have this and this. So, really, it's more of a, just because you have all the money doesn't mean, basically money does not buy happiness. Okay, so that, I would say, is the moral of the story. You know, the American dream, is it really a dream? Not exactly. And then, this is also, I will say, this is my third attempt reading The Great Gatsby, and I actually finished it this time around. Because in high school, it was like, nope. Middle school, so post-college grad, Regina's able to read it. And then, so that's what I did differently this time around, because in April I was stuck with Frankenstein, which, as some of you may know, I hated. And it was the last book, one of the last 3 books I've read. So, yeah. So in comparison, April was the first time I did a readathon, which was for Harry Potter. And, by the way, Trans Lives Matter, in case you guys didn't know, where I said on that whole issue. But, oh yeah, just so that we're on this topic, my love affair is with the story itself. I have nothing to do with J.K. Rowling. When I buy HP merch, I usually buy it from small store vendors. You know, J.K. Rowling already has my money when it comes to the books, and I don't think that in a time that we're living in right now, that we should tolerate problematic people. When they do something or say something which is harmful to a good proportion, like percentage of your fan base, then they should be educated. But once they're educated and they have been called out repeatedly and they're still saying the same things, then that is a problem. Now, I am a resident Hufflepuff. Helga Hufflepuff said, I will take the lot. I don't care what race you are. I don't care what gender you are, what sexuality you are. What I care about is the content of your character. Alright? So that's all I'm going to say about J.K. Rowling. But, with that said, April was, like the second month of the quarantine, still finding my groove, and I had a really bad reading slump. Could not read. So, not only that, I read 3 books in 20 hours. That was not fun. And this time around, I said, you know what? If I'm having a problem with the book, I'm going to DNF it, or no. And because I knew I was going to read a classic, I did not read that to the last moment. And so I just said, you know what? Let me just take it, read it. I don't have to think about it. This time around, I found it a lot more easier. So I was doing reading sprints. I was more active on the community in Discord. And I loved it. It was so nice just like reading and engaging with everyone. My battery's about to die. And, I literally finished all the prompts 3 days in advance. I was like, yes, I finally did it, and I'm really happy, and I'm victorious. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the Nukes Challenge in August, and I'm going to take what I learned from June, and I'm going to take from what I learned in April, and somehow do a better job, and yeah, cool beans. I think this time around, I definitely had more fun with it. I loved it. I was reading books that I loved, except for a couple of them, but I'm so grateful that I did not have a reading slump this month. I'm currently reading The Lovely War by Julie Berry. This was the group book which it could have been substituted for any of the prompts, and it's an optional read as a group. I am reading it, but I'm not going to count it because now I'm just reading it for pleasure. I'm going to try to finish it within the next 2 days though. Today's 29th by tomorrow. So, I'm enjoying myself. I'm looking forward to July because I put some thought into July because it's an open month, no readathons. So, yeah, super excited. So, I will see you guys very, very soon. Comment, like, subscribe. I make a video. I upload often, at least once a week. Yeah, cool. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.